How do? Looks like my pipe's gone. How are you doing? Well, we've just probably had one of the heaviest rainstorms. Well, I've seen in a long time. Uh, my God, it came down. Only lasted about 15 minutes, but yeah, I've never seen it rain like that for a long time. I was actually outside as well, just watering the vegetables, and it went within a few seconds. It went from bright sunshine to, well, almost like evening. It was that dark, and there was big clap of thunder, and before you know it, it was just pelting with rain. Fortunately, I got back to the garage before then, and then 15 minutes later, bright sunshine. So it's sunny now. Let's hope it stays that way, because I'm going to be taking a walk to the bus stop and picking my lad up at 4 o'clock. And even with an umbrella, you don't want to be walking in that. You'd just be drenched even with an umbrella. Well, this afternoon I'm going to be making a mead, which I enjoy meads. They're very easy to make. They're very hard to master, but they're very easy to make. But one of the problems with meads is it can take months and months to mature or condition. You've really got to be patient with them. But I'm going to try a little experiment. There was a channel on YouTube called Basic Brewing, and they recently posted a video showing how to make a hopped sparkling mead, and from what they were saying, it seemed to have been ready in about 4 to 6 weeks, which is the same time period you give beers. So I was quite interested, and I'm going to make one. As it's only an experiment, it's just going to be 4 litres, or about a gallon as they call it. And I'm going to be using just cheap supermarket honey, and I'm going to hop with, I've chosen a Columbus hop. Oh no, sorry, Centennial. I've chosen Centennial because that will add some nice citrus notes to the taste, and I think that citrus married with the sweetness of the honey will be a really nice combination. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, let me show you the equipment and my ingredients, and you'll be surprised just how basic making a mead is. Well, here it is. This is the whole brewery for today. I've got a nice bucket here. There's already about 3.5 litres of water in that. It's been boiled. Obviously the bucket's been sterilised, so everything's nice and clean. That's what this is for here. This is my steriliser. I've got the airlock, so all that's ready to go. I've got a nice big long stirring spoon. We've got the hops, although I don't need them today, and a hop sock to put them in. They will be added hopefully in about 7 days' time. The yeast, which I just got from a beer kit. When I brew beers from kits, I tend to swap the yeast for, shall we say, a better quality yeast, a style-specific yeast. These tend to be very generic, but they're very good because they have a high alcohol tolerance, and I'm thinking this mead will probably be about 10%. So I want a yeast that can ferment to 10% alcohol. So these kit yeasts tend to be very good for that because they're generic and they're just made for any sort of beer style, even the high alcohol ones. So I'm going to be using this Cooper's DIY beer brewing yeast. I've got some yeast nutrient. You just use 1 teaspoon for 4 litres. And of course the honey. So this is 1.36 kilograms of just supermarket honey. Cost me, I forget, maybe £3-4. And that's it. All I'll do, now that this is warming up and getting even more runny, I'll just pour this into this water give it a good stir, make sure it's thoroughly dissolved, and then I'll put the top on and I'll leave it until it's come down to room temperature, say in 3-4 hours, and then I'll scatter the yeast on top and add the nutrient, and that's it. That's all you have to do to make mead. And then in 1 week I'll come back and add 30 grams of Cascade. So I'll give you an update in a week, and I'll tell you how it's going on.